Inside the Show. Here's your host, Justin Allegri.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Show, your source for all postseason news. Here's a recap of yesterday's playoff baseball. In the American League Wildcard game, the Houston Astros grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 5-1. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. In the National League Wildcard game, the Atlanta Braves totaled 11 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 8-7. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all postseason long.
Inside the Show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. In the American League Wildcard game, the Tigers got 18 hits as they blew out Baltimore 13-3. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. In the American League Wildcard game, the Astros racked up 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington, stamping their ticket to extend their season and play in the upcoming American League Division Series. In the National League Wildcard game, the Marlins combined for 10 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-0. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. In the National League Wildcard game, the Braves knocked out 12 hits as a team as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, as they will now continue their postseason run and move on to play in the National League Division Series. And that's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow for another postseason recap. Have a great day.
Inside the Show with your host, Justin Allegri.
Hello, baseball fans. Thanks for joining us on this October morning. Here's what's going on around the league as the postseason rolls on. In the American League Wildcard game, the Orioles defeated the visiting Tigers 2-1. They've now tied the series at 1 going into Game 3. In the National League Wildcard game, the Miami Marlins grabbed 13 hits in the game as they walked off to the extra inning win over the Pirates, as they will now continue their postseason run and move on to play in the National League Division Series. And that'll do it for today's postseason recap. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
From Baltimore, welcome inside Oriole Park at Camden Yards. We've got the American League Wildcard Series on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
This is as good as it gets in a 3-game series, Boog. I mean, one game for all the marbles, and who knows how it's going to play out. But one thing I'm sure is we'll see the managers being very proactive. And in a situation like this, where there's no room for error, they're not going to be afraid to use every arm in the bullpen and every warm body off the bench if they have to.
Yeah, there's no saving something for tomorrow in this type of situation. Got to put it all out there on the table. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set now. And on the hill, Casey Mize. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist singing.
Well, this is a guy that usually turns in a very good outing. People like playing behind him. Everyone seems to be loose, and the offense tends to get going. So, you know, you're looking at an opposing lineup. When they see him out there in the mound, they know that he's going to compete. They don't want to let him settle in. They want to try to knock him out, get into that bullpen before he gets real comfortable.
Andy Pike stands in now and watches strike one. Foul ball. The 0-2. Line drive. Makes the catch. One down. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. Singy, we're looking at a really young lineup here, so not much experience, but it also means they're going to bring a lot of energy to the table most days.
Well, we're in a golden age of young players. I mean, these players, they're getting up to the majors. They're dominating from a young age, bringing home plenty of hardware early in their careers. I mean, before they even get to free agency. So, you know, when you consider all of that, I love seeing the kind of energy that a team like this brings to the yard every day in and day out.
Next offering is fouled back. And now 1-2. Casey Mize played his college ball at Auburn, and he was the #1 overall draft pick in 2018. And while at Auburn, he was named an All-American twice and a finalist for the Golden Spikes Award.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
Now here is Sean Fidrich. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one.
I'll never forget that first start in the big leagues made a strong impression for the Tigers in 2020. He became the first pitcher since Steven Strasburg to strike out 7 batters and walk none. Not bad at all for your first big league start.
Fly ball to right. Meadows should have it and puts the squeeze on that. And that'll do it. Tigers nothing. Orioles coming up. You're watching the American League Wildcard Series on the show. Back here in Baltimore, and towing the slab in this one, German Marquez.
Well, the big thing is that the way he holds his curveball, it's more of a knuckle curve, and because of that, it's less predictable in terms of the break for the hitter. That makes it that much harder to hit this guy.
Now it's the veteran outfielder, Austin Hayes. One of the best in the game against right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, that's another story. And here it comes. And that's in there at the knees. Singy, is this more common today? Guys really only succeeding against pitchers throwing from a specific side?
I think it's because you just don't get a very long trial period anymore. I mean, with the analytics and the numbers, teams are looking for instant success with the lineups that they construct. So if you don't figure it out quickly against certain types of pitchers, you're just not going to get those opportunities.
Struck him out without a swing. Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees. Here's the second baseman, Taron Vavra. That one's in there, 0-1. That's out to center field. Daza has it sized up. Puts the squeeze on that one. 2 away. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Scoreless after 1. Back now at Oriole Park, and now the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Mize back to work. There's a strike. And ball one. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
2-1. Next offering in the dirt, and that's ball two. Top of the zone for a called strike. Left-hand batter waits. Ground ball up the middle. Over to Lowe. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance. Had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. The wind and the pitch. Strike two. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Eric Bidrich up now for the Tigers. And that's in there for strike one.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
The next offering misses, and the count even 1-1.
1-1.
No score here in the second. The 1-1 is fouled off. Right through there, got him. Down on strikes, and he knew it. Tigers are shut down there. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back. Bottom of the second. And now the veteran third baseman, Max Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
That pitch in for a strike, and 1-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end, trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. The pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And downstairs. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of guys didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
And the 1-0. That one in there across the letters.
Well, Ramon Urias, spectacular defender, won a Gold Glove in 2022 and became the first Orioles third baseman to win a Gold Glove since, you know who, Boo?
Manny Machado.
That's right, in 2015.
2-1. And now 2-1. And that's too high. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires to first on the run. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. First pitch, not close. That one missed.
2 balls, no strikes.
Kicks and fires. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, they came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Hard hit, right side. Gathers and throws to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at the ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Lane Thomas.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
That's in there, and that is strike one. Thomas, in his 8th season, 30 years old now, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Next offering misses, and now it's even 1-1.
You know, Boo, people don't realize how far the jog is from the dugout to the outfield position. And if you're playing in Oakland, man, it's a country mile to get out there. So for him to be able to be the DH today, that is really a nice day off.
And a pitch. Good job to fight that one off. Righty delivers. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 1-2. And that just misses.
2-2.
And a pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Righty to the plate. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it on his own and one away in the top of the third. And next to hit for Detroit, Jeff Matheson. First offering, and it just misses. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Hayes settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 down. And now here is Colt Keith. Keith measures 6 feet 2 inches, hitting 9th in today's lineup, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. In the air, left field. Hayes has it sized up. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Tigers, and we're still knotted at 0. As we go to the last of the 3rd, digging in, Samuel Aseo. Marquez back to work. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Here comes a pitch. There's a strike. Up the middle. Knocks it down. Here is Austin Meadows. That's off the mark. 1-0. Aseo on at first. Nobody out. Left center base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. First and second, no outs. And now the center fielder, Colton Cowser. Base hit right field. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And now it's Austin Hayes. 0 for 1 after striking out looking to start the game. On the ground to short. And it gets by him. 1 runs in.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now Terrin Vavra will get a chance to hit. Flied out his first time. In there, and it's 0-1. No outs, runners at first and second. There's a strike.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
And the right-hander deals. And there's a ball.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
One and 2 here. And that misses off the outside edge.
2 and 2.
First and second here, no outs. Swing and a ball popped up. Pike calls it in, and there's one away.
The first baseman,
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Flied out to center in his first at bat. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Line drive to short and caught. To second with the throw and no chance to get back. It's a double play. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. Game 3 moves on to the 4th. It's the Orioles 2 and the Tigers nothing. Welcome back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Andy Pike. And the right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The wind of the pitch. Stays alive. Kicks and deals. Got him. One down.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Jonathan Daza steps to the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. There's a strike. And a pitch.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a ball popped up. Urias settles underneath it, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And now, Sean Bidrich. Flied to right his first time. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
The wind to kick the pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Lowe pulls that one down, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Tigers fail to make any noise, and they're down 2-0. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the 4th, here comes Max Muncy. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. That one a little bit high. Ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going, it made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Urias takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. And that's in for a strike. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Next one is off the plate, and it's 2-1. And a pitch. Got him. 2 gone now. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. Grounded out his first time. That one catches the corner for a strike. Singing Ryan Mountcastle, a former first-round pick by the Orioles in 2015. Here's the thing that gets me, though. He owns his own karaoke machine. And can I tell you, I've never done karaoke in my life.
You got to try it sometime.
Singy, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Yeah, probably some song that'll cost us too much to mention in this broadcast.
The pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Pike makes the grab, and that's the third out. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Back now at Oriole Park, ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. The pitch. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Back to the mound. Sneaks through. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now Spencer Torkelson.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First offering misses the mark.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Carpenter aboard here at first with nobody out. Mize move to first. Carpenter gets back easily. Next offering is in for a strike. They say you win.
1 and 2 for count.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And here's the catcher, Eric Fidrich. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
At the belt and fires. Swinging a foul straight back. And here it comes. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a bouncer. Over to low. Out number 3. One left for Detroit. They're still down. It's 2-0. And welcome back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Samuel Aseo. The wind and the pitch. Good eye right there. And that one in the air center field. Pike right there to make the grab. And a quick out number 1.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Now it's Austin Meadows. Singled and scored his first time.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder. Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
The 1-1. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Swung on, popped up left side. Keith has this one sized up, and it's caught for the out.
Now batting, center fielder.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit. Single to right in his first trip. In there for strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering is fouled back. And 1-2.
It's a good take.
Cowser tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And he held up. And he deals. Just inside. And now it is filled up.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Orioles held in check there as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. here at the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the left fielder, Jeff Matheson. Mize back to work. Swings through that one for strike one. Matheson, just 21 years old, a former first-round pick in 2023. Up the middle, whips it to first on the run. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Just an outstanding play going up the middle right there, and the exchange to get the throw off to first just shows you why he's one of the best shortstops around. So smooth yet so quick at the same time, and any slower and those wheels burning down the first base line are going to turn that into an infield hit.
At the plate, Colt Keith. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Left-hand batter waits. Ball 1 there. The pitch. Ground ball right side. Favre. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Next to hit, Andy Pike. Good eye right there. Two outs. They say you win.
1 and 2 out.
Pike checks his swing. Now it appeal to first, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Orioles 2 and the Tigers nothing. Welcome back. Now the left fielder, Austin Hayes. The right-hander back to work. Ball 1 and a pitch inside. He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. On the ground, right side. Fidrich. The throw to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Taron Vavra.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And there's a foul ball. Vavra measures 6 feet even, 185 pounds, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin. Strike 2.
0 and 2.
And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 now. And that skips in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's down and in.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Here comes the 0-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Tyler Holton up and loosening in the pen. Engler, the right-hander, also getting loose. Oh, 0-2 now. Ground ball could be 2. Goes to second for 1, and that's 2. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to the 7th now in game 3. It's the Orioles 2 and the Tigers nothing.